Module 5. Building the kitchen. Advanced skills. First part of the advanced skills is modifications. This is for when you require the cabinet size that is not available in the standard library or catalog. You can adjust the size manually, but only to authorized cabinets. You have also got to remember to add a modification fee. Let's just say that we need wall oven tower where we need to store a 900mm wide oven. But we don't have wall oven towers with those dimensions. First of all, we need to check if the cabinet can be modified. Those information you can find always in the cabinet list. Let's open cabinet list, and below the cabinet we have a note if the cabinet can be modified or not. I'll jump right to the wall oven towers, Control F, and see if we can modify it. For oven up to 900mm wide, add 2 modifications. So if we want to make this cabinet 900 wide, we need first to move this part. I'll place it for 300 below. You can right click and move, or just press F3 on keyboard. Let's say the distance, and now we have space for this cabinet. It is 600 wide but need to be 900. We can change it here in attributes. Right click and click on attributes. Say that this cabinet needs to be 900 wide and move it here. After we did this, we have to add 2 modifications. Click on this cabinet so it can be highlighted in pricing view. Go to the pricing view and make sure it's highlighted. Now we need to go to the end of the list and find modifications attachments. We need to link 2 modifications on this cabinet. First one, second one, and write text. Alright, the next advanced skill is how to add bulkheads. There are 2 types of bulkheads, raw MDF and matching. Method for adding bulkheads is the same, but you will need to use a different item for matching and different item for raw MDF bulkhead. Let's add MDF bulkhead first. First of all, we need to measure bulkhead length. We can do it by using measure tool or linear dimensions. Let's use the measure tool and start measuring from this point to this point. You can write down the dimensions right away in calculator. Here we have this dimension and this dimension. And on the other side of the kitchen we have 2 more dimensions. From this point to this point, and here. The length of bulkhead should be 4106, and bulkhead piece is only 2400 millimeters long. So we will need to charge 2 MDF bulkheads for this kitchen. You can go to joinery catalog and find on the end of the list modifications attachments. There you have different types of bulkheads. Now you will have to go to the pricing view. Let's say we need 300 millimeter high bulkhead. Add 2 pieces, and we added MDF bulkhead. I will remove MDF bulkhead for now and show you where you can find matching bulkhead. Go to joinery catalog, and under wall cabinet section you have flyover and bulkhead item. Choose bulkhead and add 2 pieces. Now we added matching bulkhead. If you didn't change the type of bulkhead in generic finish on the beginning, don't forget to do it now. Go to generic finish and fill up this column. Now we have matching bulkhead. To visual show bulkhead, we will go back to the top view and draw liner shape like we did for the kickboard. Use this icon, add, or use keyboard shortcut Ctrl G. Let's start from this point. Go to here and this point. Do the same on the other side of the kitchen. From here to here and here. Now we need to find other catalog, constraints, and use liner shape. Let's say we need 300 millimeter high bulkhead. It depends on the kitchen height and ceiling height. The depth can be 20, and we need to set up height. Where is the bulkhead? 2120. We can go place now or drag and drop. Let's go back to 3D view, and now we have bulkhead. Waterfall ends are the next advanced skill we look out. I'm going to show you how to add factory laminate waterfall first. We need to check up in generic finish the type of bench top. Yes, we've got laminate bench top there. Now we can click OK and start drawing. I'll go to the bench top and click on lookup tool. There it will send me on worktop list. Here you need to find waterfall 900 visual only. This will not charge the waterfall, it will only show it on plan. So we're gonna need 2 waterfall for both sides of the island. By default, the waterfall is 52 mil thick, but we need 38. Let's add it here. And you can copy any item in KD by holding down the shift. Just hold down the shift and drag and drop where you want. Okay. Now we have 2 waterfalls. Factory laminate bench top is not laminated on both sides. So we're gonna need a panel to cover this side, row side of the waterfall. Firstly, we can remove bench top and bar back. Let's place waterfall here. Click on waterfall and move. Enter, and there needs to be 20 mils overhang. Do the same thing on the other side. Keyboard shortcut for move is F3. Press F3, distance, OK, and make the overhang. So we will need to measure distance 2112 and place it there. This panel needs to be by the end of the waterfall, so we're gonna click lookup tool and use the bar back. Floor panel is maximum 750 wide, but we need wider panel than 750, and this is 900 millimeters wide. So we're gonna use bar back. Let's say that we need 860. And you can replace this panel. Move it to the end and do the same thing on the other side. All we need is bar back, 2000. Yes, we can just change in attributes this bar back. Move it on F3 and enter. Now we have visually shown waterfall. We can see how it looks in realistic perspective. Yes. Okay, let's charge the waterfall now. In order to charge waterfall, we need to add two pieces of waterfall. You can check the dimensions of waterfall, and it's 900 and 870. So we're gonna add two pieces in those dimensions. One here, and you can hold down the shift, copy, and one here. Now hide those bench tops so they cannot be visible. They are for costing purpose only. And it looks like that. Let's now say that we need Portofino benchtop instead of factory laminate. First, we can change it in generic finishes. Find some of the Portofino benchtops and press the OK. Portofino is 52 millimeters thick, so we need to change thickness of benchtop. You can go right click attributes and change thickness 52. Okay, you can see that we don't have any more sink, but actually it's there inside of the benchtop. So we need to change the altitude of the sink. You can go right click attributes and change the placing altitude. Press enter or OK. Right click attributes 52. Do the same for every benchtop. Go back to the top view, and now we need to remove those benchtops and show you what is procedure of adding Portofino waterfalls. It's pretty similar. Find 900 visual only and add 2 pieces. Remove old one, and for Portofino benchtop we don't need panels. Portofino Waterfalls doesn't have row side, and we don't need those panels. Remove them. Remove this benchtop also. It doesn't have correct dimensions, and move waterfalls there. Make place for 20 mils overhang. Same thing on this side. You can always zoom in if you want to be more precise. 20 millimeters. And measure the benchtop length now. 2504, and thickness is 52. Just place it on plan, and then you can move it to this point. Enter. And we made Portofino waterfall. Let's go to the 3D. Yes, it looked like this. However, we didn't charge it yet. In order to charge Portofino benchtop, we have to go to the pricing menu and add waterfall 900 price only. We have 2 waterfalls, so we have to charge it twice. Now, moving on to appliance visuals. Keep in mind these are visuals only. We'll charge appliances later on. Now we just want to give the kitchen that finished look. It gives you opportunity to put in things like the sink, the cooktop, maybe range hood, fridge, that sorts of things. So the first thing we need to do is go up to a new catalog. We haven't used this one. It's called VGC appliances. There are all different types of appliances that you may wish to add. So let's go for the sink first. Pick what you need. And just drop it. It will automatically drop down to the height you need. And then we can go up to the cooktops. Pick your favorite. And also add the fridge. So now we got our appliance visuals. They haven't added the charge, it's purely for the finished look. We've moved on to the last part of the Model 5, two-tone kitchen. It is recommended to draw a kitchen in one dominant color and to add a second color at the end. We already have all cabinets in the same color. Let's say that we want all wall cabinets and tall cabinets in different color. First thing first, we need to go to the generic finishes and add a second color. Here you can see the list of all the colors in the scene. If you want to add a new one, it's enough to click on the new button. It's the same principle like in Model 1. You have to fulfill all the information. Let's pick some dark color, super matte. Set up the handles, glass type, work top, kickboard color. We don't have light palmet and we don't have bulkhead or capping. Okay. Now you can see that we added a second color on the list. Now to change the color of individual cabinet, you click on it to highlight it and right click and go to finishes. Here you can choose on this list color for this cabinet, super matte, and you will notice the change over here in this window. Say it's okay, and you have to do with every cabinet and every filler. Right click, finishes, and change the color. You can use the keyboard shortcut right click and press F, and you have finished window. I'll change for the rest of cabinets. We have to be careful to see every filler. They can be easily missed. Finishes. Super matte. And now we have second color in the kitchen. If we want matching kickboard for the second color, we have to remove this one and change into generic finishes that kickboard is matching door color to. Just set up here and OK. Now you have to draw two kickboards. I'll show you how. Go to attributes first. This panel needs to be to floor. Okay. Go to the top view. Draw one kickboard for this cabinet and second kickboard for this cabinet. Add kickboard in liner objects. Place now. Go into 3D view and now you have to set kickboard range. Yes, this is in super matte and match the door color too. But this one is probably also in second door color and you have to change it to Alpine Victoria. Okay. We also can add the different bench top color. We can go back to the generic finish and say that in super matte we want other bench top color. For example, this one. Okay. It's the same principle like for cabinets. Need to right click on bench top, go to finishes and set up range. And now we have two-tone color with two different bench tops. That is the end of Module 5. So once again, go back to your training exercises, start from exercise 1, Module 5, and move onwards from there, and we'll see you back soon for Module 6.